Hello there.
We've all been there. Fresh Mastery Rank 2, staring down a Junction Spectre with our MK1 Bratton. You ask for help, and everyone just says, build the heck. But that's like 2 days away and 24 hours of build time, and all you want to do is just get past this junction. If only there was a way. But there is!
Supply the parts, and I shall create the weapon. Wonderful. A most astute choice.
Ah, here we go again.
I'm in danger!
But wait! There's more!
NANI?!
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
Alright, so that's the Zaw without mods. So, let's put on some basic bronze mods. I'm just putting on True Steel, Organ Shatter, and Pressure Point. It really doesn't take much to make this Zaw very, 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 very strong. So let's go through the requirements for this Zaw. First requirement, Mastery Rank. You don't need it. Second requirement, Faction Reputation. Neutral. All of the parts can be acquired from Cetus, and you can farm it all yourself. Now, you do need to get 5,000 reputation with Cetus. Now, I'm going to put in a list here of the blueprints that you will need and their associated reputation cost. Now, to build all of these, you're going to need resources that you can find throughout Cetus. Let's go through them one by one, and I'll show you the fastest ways to get each of these resources. To construct a Zaw, you will need resources to make each part. These resources can be found in the Plains of Eidolon and the star map. I'll put a list here separating out what can be found in the Plains of Eidolon and what can be found on the star map. Starting off with reputation, there are 3 ways to get reputation on Cetus. The first is to do bounties through Konzu. If you do not have any reputation with the faction, this is the only way that you can get your starter reputation to buy the tools to do the other 2. The second way to get reputation is to sell gems to Old Man Sumbat. The third is to sell fish to Fisher High. You can travel to Konzu by going in the menu, fast travel, and clicking Konzu. At Konzu, you'll see various different bounties that you can do. My recommendation is to do, if you're a low-level player, is to do the first mission and try to complete at least 1 stage. Don't feel bad if you can't complete more than 1 stage. Go back into Cetus and restart it until you get the first initial 1,000 reputation. As an early player, it is much easier to gain reputation quickly through fishing and mining. Old Man Sumbat is the person who buys gems, sells blueprints for mining materials, and the tools to do those. Looking at his options, you can see that you can trade gems for Orson Standing, and you can buy wares from him. This is where you will get the No Sam Cutter that will allow you to mine all the materials that you need on the Plains of Eidolon. The third person that can give you Orson Standing is Fisher High Luck. You can provide fish, which can be exchanged for standing. You can cut fish, which will give you resources such as fish oil and fish scales, as well as unique items that come from specific fish. And Fisher High Luck also sells this fishing spear that allows you to do the fishing minigame on the Plains of Eidolon. After getting enough reputation from Konzu to buy the mining laser and fishing spear, you are now ready to go out into the Plains of Eidolon and collect materials for the Zaw. Make sure that the mining laser and the spear are equipped inside of your arsenal. If you need to check, go into Equipment, Arsenal, and then this gear wheel. If they're not equipped, make sure to equip them before going out on the Plains of Eidolon. Now I'm going to show you the fastest ways that I've found to farm all the materials for these Zaws. So when you first come out onto the Plains of Eidolon, one thing that you should know about is the map teleports. If you press M and open your map, you will see these little pads throughout the map, and they will allow you to travel throughout the map like so. For the first item on our list, we will be looking for Nistlepods. They can be found around the mountains on the Plains of Eidolon. One of the best places to find them is right here. So we will be teleporting to this teleport pad. This is what you are looking for, and you can normally find one around this pond near the teleporter. Each one gives you 5 Nistlepods, and you need a total of 30 in order to build the Zaw. If you come to this valley in between the teleporters, there's normally 2 to 4 plants in this area. If you do not get enough, simply teleport back to the entrance to the Plains of Eidolon. Walk out the door, reset the instance, and walk back in. The next item on our list, we will be looking for Iradite. Iradite formations look like this U-shaped rock that is coming out of the ground. The best place to find Iradite is around the Seath. What we're going to do is we're going to teleport to here, and then we're going to make a loop around the encampment, and then we're going to teleport back, walk out, and then walk back in and keep repeating until we have the necessary Iradite. After teleporting in, you will be able to find 1 to 5 nodes around this encampment, netting you anywhere from 3 to 15 Iradite. This entire run can be done in less than a minute and is repeatable every time you go in and out of Cetus. For fish oil, fish scales, and cut venom sacs, we will be teleporting to this teleport right here to fish in the pond right next to it. While it is possible to get fish oil and fish scales during night or day, Khut venom sacs can only be acquired from Khut, which only spawn during the day cycle. I like to fish on either this part of the shore or this part of the shore. While fishing at this pond, your goal will be to catch 5 Khut and 30 to 40 other fish so you can get the necessary fish oil and fish scales for the Zaw. For the next item on the list, you need to get Condroc Wing. Condrocs are winged birds that are on the Plains of Eidolon. The easiest way to make one spawn so that you can kill it for the wing is to go and teleport to the same place we teleported for Nistlepods and listen for their cry. If you hear that cry right there, that is the cry of the Condroc. So head towards the cry and kill it as quickly as you can. And just like that, you have Condroc wings. If a Condroc doesn't spawn when you teleport back to the front of Cetus and then back to the same teleport. You can repeat this until one of them spawns. For the last 2 items on the list, we're going to mine Pyrol and Azurite. Pyrol comes from red nodes and Azurite comes from blue nodes. The place that I prefer to mine is this place right next to Cetus called Twin Horns. The entrance is this way. This is the entrance to the mine. You can ignore the people outside and just go inside and begin mining. Going into the mine, we're going to clear it of red and blue nodes until we can't find any or there's not enough left in the cave, and then we will be going to the entrance of Cetus, walking back inside, and then resetting the instance and continuing to mine. This is a red node and it contains ore. Ore we're looking for is Pyrol. This is a blue node, and the gem that we're looking for from it is Azurite. To mine, equip your mining laser, right-click to zoom in, and you'll see these glowing nodes. You're going to left-click to hit the node and charge up the mining bar. The goal is to have the mining bar end up in the center of the bracket. The more accurate you are at making the mining bar hit the center of the bracket, the more rewards you get from each node. When I mine, I work my way through this cave, going through every level, looking for all nodes that are throughout the cave. If I feel like I'm not finding enough nodes, or I've already mined most of them, I head out, go back to the gates of Cetus, reset the instance, and then come back. In total, you'll need 140 Pyrol and 10 Azurite.
One eternity later.
On average, when I make a new account and try to build a new Zaw, it takes me about an hour to get all of the materials from the Plains of Eidolon. The first item on the list for the Starchart is credits. Credits can be gained from any mission that you do on the Starchart as a reward on completion. I wouldn't worry about it too much because you'll need to do excavation or the Deviri circuit in order to get Cryotic. Speaking of Cryotic, there are 2 ways for early game players to get them. If you've done the Deviri Paradox quest, you can run the circuit and gain Cryotic that way. If you haven't done that, if you go to Everest on Earth, there's an excavation mission that you can do. Each objective awards 100 Cryotic. You need 1400 Cryotic in order to build the Zaw. While doing these missions, you should keep an eye out for any Rubedo clusters and destroy all boxes so that you can build up the Rubedo required to build the Zaw. If you run short of that, run any mission like an exterminate on Earth and destroy every crate and kill every enemy, and that should help you net a decent amount of Rubedo. After farming all materials from the Plains of Eidolon and from the star map, it's time to go buy the blueprints to assemble your Zaw. The first stop is Old Man Sumbat. Here you're going to come to Old Man Sumbat and you're going to browse his wares, and you're going to buy the Tier Azurite blueprint, Pyrotic Alloy blueprint, and that's it. Then you make your way over to Hawk to buy the 3 parts of your Zaw. You're going to browse his wares, and you're going to buy Jai, Balla, and Korb. Once back at your foundry, you're going to craft one 10x tier Azurite blueprint. Then you're going to craft 7 Pyrotic alloy blueprints. This will take 7 minutes. As soon as you craft all necessary mining blueprints, you will then craft Balla, Jai, and Korb. After an hour, you'll be able to claim the 3 parts that make up your Zaw. You'll claim these from your foundry, and then go down to Cetus and visit Hawk to assemble them. At Hawk, you'll select the option Forge a Zaw. For the strike, it'll be Balla, Grip, Korb, Link, Jai. And if you pay him 4,000 credits, he will construct the Zaw for you. And that's it. After 1 hour, the weapon is in your inventory. Oh, it can do Steel Path. I haven't formatted it, so. Alright, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope this was helpful to any new players out there, and for anyone else who just wanted to learn how to build a Zaw from scratch. This was TheBusyBard, and I streamed most of editing this video on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheBusyBard, and I'm working on this video and a couple others. If you want to come by and watch me speedrun through the game with a brand new account, with no trading, and with no interaction with other players, and no platinum, please feel free to come by. Otherwise, I'll see you in another video.